Hello, everyone. This is Via Zone, where we review Asian entertainment. Please subscribe and ring the bell. Today, we're going to be talking about a Japanese series. It is on Viki. It's 10 episodes long, and the episodes are only a half hour long, so that's really nice. And it's a 2023 series. Now, I'm going to put a plug in for Viki. If you don't subscribe to Viki, you can watch the standard series for free, but they do have commercials. But if you do buy the subscription, which is $99, you get the standard and the plus, which gives you more programming with no commercials. So I do enjoy that, and it's well worth the money, I believe. So in this series, it's called Unexpected Love Story in Mason Ginseiso. I think I'm saying that right, but I could be wrong. In this series, I was riveted to the point where I'm hoping a lot of you do go out and watch it because I feel like the Japanese have these wonderful stories, and a lot of them are web novels that they've turned into series. And this one in particular, I'm glad they did. It is about a guy that kind of loses everything and becomes a caretaker at a girls' boarding house. And of course, for him, it's kind of humiliating to go from this wonderful job to all of a sudden becoming a caretaker, taking care of laundry and making food and things like this. But it ends up being the best thing that ever happened to him because it really draws out his faults, his capabilities. It's kind of helps him to figure out who he is, which I really thought was interesting. I thought it had a lot of plus and minuses for each of us in our lives to learn who we really are and what makes us tick. The funny scenes are incredible. The main actor, you'll see him here, he did a superb job. He enhanced this story like there's no tomorrow. The funny scenes that he's involved with just really come out, and he has a funny nature about him, which really plays well within the whole series. And so, again, I think you'll enjoy these funny scenes and how he gets involved with these different things that happen. He must have somewhat of a comical nature to him in real life because he can pull it off pretty handsomely. The main girl, she'll see her here. She's really cute, adorable. In the series, she has it all together and she knows what she wants, but she is struggling as well. So she's trying to figure out her life. And when these two meet, it becomes kind of a firestorm within both of them to figure out who they are and where they want to go. The sound effects in the series were timed perfectly with the humor. I enjoy when everything kind of flows together nicely. One of the best lines of the whole series that they had in there was called House of Chaos, and it sure was. There was a lot of chaos going on. I like how they brought in these different characters. One of the girls that were actually living in the boarding house, she was so interesting. She didn't have a big role, but she had this insight that was funny, but she always kind of knew what was going on in the home. So I thought that was a very interesting take and well worth adding that into the whole series. They did a lot of flashbacks, and sometimes if you do too many flashbacks, it kind of, I feel, ruins the story because you've already seen it, so you don't need to see it again. But in this series, it didn't bother me at all. In fact, it was done so perfectly and so correctly that you felt like it just tied into the story so nicely. So, a big hairs up for the flashbacks on that. At the end, they wrapped up everything nicely into these different storylines that everybody had, and you showed what was going to happen to them in the future. So I really enjoyed that. The only bad thing that I didn't care for in this series is they said what a lot as a question. And I just felt like it was so overemphasized that you don't need to hear that every single time. I kind of felt like the writers kept putting this what in there when they really didn't need to. That person could have just looked at them and you knew what he was thinking. So that was just a bad thing for me. Overall, great story. I think you'll enjoy it. Again, it's called Unexpected Love Story in Madison Ginseiso. And if you have a chance, it's on Viki, 10 episodes, 2023 Japanese series. Until next time.